Hello and welcome to Teleislas News with the most relevant and important news of the day.
The departmental government announced the progress made in the reconstruction and restoration of houses that were affected by the passage of Hurricane Iota on the island of San Andrés.
A total of 2,542 houses has been characterized after passage of Hurricane Iota in San Andrés. A total of 5 houses have already been delivered and made of highly durable drywall material, and 3 of 60 houses made of pine wood are already under construction with more than 90% of the work completed. The interim governor of the department, Alan J. Stephens, talks about this progress.
The recovery of San Andrés, well, you know that we acted quickly. We had to advance a lot with the theme of recovery of the energy and infrastructure part. We are finishing with the entire phase of the ring road, and we are working with different work fronts, hired professional staff and master builders. We have made significant progress in this area, and we are about to enter a phase of contracting a farm to start rebuilding those houses that suffered more complex damages. We have not stood still.
The houses that will be built have 3 bedrooms, bathroom, kitchen, living, dining room, and thermoacoustic tiles resistant to humidity and rot. It also worth noting that reconstruction process per house has a time of 40 working days between material acquisition, transportation, and construction, of which 20 days are focused on the work and delivery of keys to the owner. The island governor announced that this month they will give a general balance and hope the reconstruction of the island is going.
The director of the Institute of Hydrology, Meteorology and Environmental Studies reiterates an orange alert regarding the increase in waves and winds in the department.
Through a statement issued by the IDEAM, the climatic status of the department was released, announcing that we are in a season of less rain, a season that could change in mid-May.
In the archipelago of San Andrés, Old Providence, and Santa Catalina, the first season of less rain is present, typical of the months of February, March, and April. Rainfalls are expected to be increasing towards mid-May.
According to Yolanda González, director of the Institute, the waves and winds could increase in the island.
En cuanto al incremento, regarding current conditions, the IDEAM reiterates the orange alert in view of the increase of waves, which can be between 2 and 3 meters, and the strong winds that are reaching levels of up to 46 kilometers per hour. Special recommendation for fishermen, islanders, and tourists. Take the necessary measures before this current wind and wave alert.
At the moment, the invitation is for the community to pay special attention to the fires in the vegetation cover, since we are prone to accidents due to the accumulation of biomass as a consequence of the hurricanes Eta and Iota.
And in the facilities of the Chamber of Commerce was the signing of the agreement of Goodwill to generate funding opportunities, education, and entrepreneurship for the orange economy.
An agreement of goodwill for the strengthening of the orange economy was signed this afternoon in the department by the Minister of Culture, Felipe Buitrago, the Vice Minister of Creativity, Adriana Padilla, and the Interim Governor, Alan J. The agreement has 8 points, within which is the creation of the table of the orange economy and the delegation of the liaison between the Ministry and the department.
The most important thing is the creation of the permanent working table with all the actors I just mentioned, so that we can prioritize projects, manage to fund and bring these benefits to the community, so that the economic transformation of the territory becomes the consolidation of the racial culture in the archipelago.
The head of the culture portfolio indicated that this will be a permanent agreement with which the bases are laid for the creation of strategies and tools that allow the strengthening of the cultural entity of the racial people. On the other hand, the departmental government indicated that it will have the resources for the strengthening of the orange economy.
We, as the departmental administration in this agreement of wills, it is not only the signature, it is the resources that we are going to contribute so that these projects and intentions become a reality.
It's really important, and we feel really happy saying like we can participate, leading part of this process, that we can write and leave them written somehow agreements that will fertilize all our, we call them in Spanish, gestores culturales, all the artists, them, every single person that participate in the cultural creation. understand? Starting from the woman and from fair table and end up to the musician them. People who participate in art and all this thing, this is a new space that them can participate and win economically. In which sense, the tourism is one economical sector, but we can't leave behind the rich economy, like economy naranja. This rich economy is one space where we can participate, or we can grow in things that have to do in our cultural area.
This agreement seeks to strengthen and encourage entrepreneurship, cultural, creative, and tourism industries known as the orange economy in the island archipelago.
And today in the afternoon, the ordinary sessions began again in the Departamental Duma.
For the third consecutive day, the ordinary sessions were highlighted by difference between the deputies on the issue of who should preside over the direction of the Duma.
As established by law, and I do not recognize this session as legal because there is no president in the Duma until there is a ruling.
In the sessions held today, two projects of Order 003, which seeks to create a Departmental Institute of Sports, and 004, which seeks to boost the economy, both were presented by Deputy Nicolás Gallardo.
Primero, estamos presentando el proyecto.
First, we are presenting the draft ordinance of the Inter for the island. This is a project that seeks to have an organizational structure in sports and thus to be a leading department in sports, psychological, social training, and of course that our young people have an opportunity in life and can succeed through sport. The second draft ordinance that we bring today is the sustainable or circular economy that seeks to generate wealth starting from the internal economy. We propose an initial capital for fishermen who can go out to do their work without having to worry about having the necessary resources to go to work. It will be provided in kind, and after the job, they will provide some resources.
The Assembly will continue this week in ordinary sessions to analyze the projects that are going to second and third debate.
And now we continue with all the information from the sister island of Old Providence. Reconstruction Manager Susana Correa gave a report of what the reconstruction of Old Providence and Santa Catalina has been like so far.
Despite the difficulties in logistics for material, equipment and products due to the distance of the islands from Colombian mainland, the reconstruction goal, March 2022, is still on track. This was announced by Susana Correa, the manager of the reconstruction.
Hoy tenemos 222 viviendas techadas.
Today we have 222 roofed houses, around 80 repaired houses and more than 70 houses in demolition, which is the first phase of our new houses, those 1,134 new houses that will begin to be delivered in the month of April, first with 50 of them, then we will continue in the month of May with 85, and from then on we will deliver 100 each month to reach its total amount in March 2022.
According to the declaration, the process of consultation with the community on the design of the houses took more than 2 months.
Duramos alrededor de 20 sesiones.
We lasted around 20 sessions, a little more than 2 months to be able to reach the model of house that the Rizals have in their dreams and in their minds. They are houses that are totally in concrete. 3 of the models are 3-room houses with 70 square meters, and one of the models is of 50 meters for when the lots or properties are much smaller. We also have 877 houses to repair that will be built by 5 entities of the archipelago and 4 from the continent.
Correa assures that by June 30th of this year, 877 houses will be ready. She also spoke about the commercial and tourist establishments.
En julio de este mismo año, en total.
In July, these establishments will be completely built, but at the same time, they will have the necessary economic reactivation to move forward. The churches and sports venues will also begin their reconstruction in the Plan 100 before April 30th and will be finished more or less in the middle of the year and at the end of August.
In conclusion, she says that the reconstruction continues because this is a commitment by the president.
And today, the ICBF, along with the Navy, visited the educational tent of the educational institution Bombona in the Batam Host sector, where the delivery of school kits for students in that sector was made.
In the midst of recreational activities, the National Army and the Colombian Institute of Family Welfare gave the children of the Bombona school notebooks and school supplies to encourage them in their learning process.
Today,
precisely, the National Navy and the Colombian Institute for Family Welfare team is here delivering school kits for the children. This is very needed for the children's teaching and learning process to carry out the different activities that we will be giving to them as their teachers.
The Bottom House children show their appreciation for these items.
And now we continue with our Community Chronicles section.
On the island of Old Providence, a Rizal woman works daily to provide education and teach children to take advantage of their free time.
In a suitable place in her home located in the Southwest Bay sector of Old Providence, Vicky Bernard, a Rizal woman, worked tirelessly to help the children of the community in their educational processes, providing them with recreational activities that help them not to be on the streets. Vicky has dedicated 36 years of her life to teaching children how to use their free time and to preserve the Rizal culture.
Tomado la tarea de trabajar con estos niños.
I have assumed the task of working with these children because their parents work and they do not have time to take care of them. They have no one to leave them with, so I invest time picking up these children and teaching them and supporting them in academic activities. What I work with them the most is the cultural part. I try to make these children know about our culture and keep our traditions alive.
The devastating passage of Hurricane Iota affected the facilities where Vicky worked with the children, which prompted her to start building a place where she could continue teaching them despite not having sufficient resources.
What am I doing? I am doing some fundraisers here and there, a food sale, a bazaar, to pick up money so we can build back a place. The idea was to put up a tent, make the floor and put a tent on top of it to work with the children. But with the arrival of these policemen who have been my support and encouragement, they told me, Vicky, no, let's think of something bigger, not a tent. Let's see how we can put roof on something. I told them that I cannot afford something like that, but they told me that they want to help me. Therefore, I am willing because it is what I want the most. It is what I have always dreamed of, to have my own place to work with the children.
The National Police have been an important ally for Vicky in the construction of a place for the education of the children of Southwest BA, as well as in the teaching of values.
Empezó a invitarnos en las actividades.
Vicky started to invite us to the activities, but as I said before, the activities were outside in the sun, but then we all started to interact and we became a single group, one big family.
Vicky indicates that she will continue to join effort with the police to continue to gather resources and build this educational home to provide a better future for the children of the island.
And now let's continue with the weather for tomorrow. The weather forecast for tomorrow, March 4th. In the coastal area of Archipelago, the sky will be partly cloudy. Temperature will be 28 degrees Celsius with winds from the northeast direction with intensities of 23 km per hour. Humidity forecast will be 71% and probability of precipitation 40%.